Yawwie News! It may be late, but we're still on air. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Yawwie News, the show where I talk about some of the latest railway headlines. Well, let's see what we have in for tonight. First headline, Avanti West Coast has taken over! Yes, December the 7th, 2019 saw Virgin Trains' last ever day of operation after 22 years, as the very next day, on the 78th, First Group and Trenitalia took over with their company, Spaghetti West Coast.
That's a spicy meatball!
And already, 390, 155 and 156 have been repainted into. Now that was quick. And boys, that's sexy livery. I'm dating her tonight. Avanti will also be the first TOC to offer 3 classes of travel in 60 years, as they'll be introducing Premium Economy class in the near future. Not much information about this has been revealed at this moment, but after seeing a picture of the proposed layout of this value class thing, I can only really say that 3+2 seating might be a little problematic to lay out in a Pendolino. But I'm not exactly sure, so I might be wrong. However, I do know this: while the Pendos will be staying on with Avanti West Coast, the Voyagers of the fleet are going to be replaced by, you guessed it, even more IETs! Yay! As well as that, Alstom will be the ones to maintain and refurbish the Pendolinos after they won a massive £642 million deal. Well, that's absolutely fantastic stuff right there. Moving on to our next headline now. Sadly, the end of yet another era has hit us once again, as the HSTs of NADR have been withdrawn. These trains saw their last days of passenger operation in December 2019, along with a farewell tour which took place in the same month. All the 125 sets have been succeeded by Class 800 IETs, with the Class 91s yet to follow. Fortunately enough for some of the fleet, 18 power cars will be transferred to East Midlands Railway to replace a few of their HSC sets until their big order of AT300s come in. The rest of the fleet is still yet to find out their fate, but for now, I think it's time that we paid our respects to the true legendary train of the East Coast Main Line. They will be greatly missed by all of us. And now we will take this part of the video to remember the trains that we sadly lost in 2019. Also, in the news, do you remember when I said this? And Northern could be dying. Poor souls. I do like their livery though. Well, how can I put this nicely? They are dead. Yep, the Arriva-owned company which began operation in 2016 has officially been stripped of its franchise due to their absolutely appalling performance. Why do I say this? Well, take a look at this. 310 trains a day were cancelled during the May 2018 timetable. Northern are due to commit death on the 1st of March this year in order to make way for public ownership, and Northern Trains Limited will be your new government-owned operator. But in all seriousness though, it is incredibly sad to see Northern go for 2 reasons. 1, that's the nice logo they have, and 2, their livery is ping. Okay, in the bin you go then, Northern. Nice knowing you, mate. But that's not all. Get a load of this. South Western Railway could be dying. It's about time this happened. In quite shocking news, South Western Railway could be losing its franchise after reports showed that they have lost a staggering £137 million. My freaking gosh. As you know, I live in SWR territory, so this is a big surprise for me, because I was kind of hoping that this day would come. They have basically been a complete screw up since the beginning. They rejected the Class 707s for a start, which had just entered service. Then they introduced the god almighty Class 701. refurbished about 10% of their entire fleet, excluding the pigs and sprinters, and of course, strike after strike after strike, followed by, oh, they're not over yet, more strikes coming soon. Yeah, I think it's time they got stripped. They had a chance, and they're screwed it pretty badly. Can't wait to find out what happens to them in the near future, and I'll be sure to keep you updated on this story. Anyway, next up on the naughty list, Transport for Wales have been fined £2.3 million by the Welsh Government for poor performance. Well, that is just brilliant. Is it me, or do I sense Thanos is trying to snap privatisation out of existence? Because I think it's working. Any more bad news I haven't heard yet? Oh, for God's sake, you've got to be kidding me! Ladies and gentlemen, I can now confirm that the railway is well and truly completely fucking f***ed. Also in the news, your Crossrail, TfL Rail, Purple, Elizabeth Line class trains are now running between Paddington and Reading, as well as that section of line being added to the latest edition of the Tube Map. Please also note that this part of the line does not accept Oyster and is contactless only. So if I were you, I'd think about getting your 3-year-old children some debit cards right now, eh? You gotta pay the fare somehow. More new trains have entered passenger service. TPE have got their Nova Class 397s on the roll. Whole trains now have trains that can actually move, and the extra long Greater Anglia 1 door per coach things are running on services between London Liverpool Street and Norwich. Which means, RIP 90s. In addition, mega weird looking Class 777s from Merseyrail have now arrived in the UK. So it won't be long until these peps visit the scrapyard. Big F please. West Midlands Railway have revealed their new diesel Class 196s, which are currently undergoing tests in the Czech Republic. And Class 720s, sister stop to the Crossrail, TfL Rail, Purple, Elizabeth Line class trains have arrived in the region. A year late. I think you know what my response to this is. And that's a wrap with the main headlines. In other news, Class 442s are back in operation with SWR following their signal issue in September last year. London Overground Class 710 trains have nearly taken full operation over the Watford DC line. So with that in mind, I think we all might know where they're heading next. Furthermore, some Mark IV carriages and DVT sets have been transferred to Transport for Wales to work services in conjunction with their Class 67s. NNER will be retaining some of their Class 91s until 2021. Yes! Yes! This happened to 37425. Quite cool. New train designs were revealed by Stadler after they won a contract to build new stock for Metro. Bombardier could be dying. Wait, what? Why is everything dying lately? Jeez. And Cross Country did an oopsie on Twitter. What do you mean you can't give out the number of the train for security reasons? Oh look, I found 221138 at Wolverhampton. What are you gonna do about it? FBI, open up! See, Gary, this is why I tell you to lock the front door when I'm doing this. Gosh, what are you like? Oh, looks like now we're going to be going live to our train correspondent, John, to find out more about High Speed 2. How's it going there, John? That's great, John, thank you.